Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel with another Overlord, Lord of Nazarick video. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about the new characters that will be upcoming in the future, which is a sneak peek for them, which is Lulu and Zaru. They're the lizards, the baby-making machine, or whatever we call them on stream. It was so funny. I hope you joined our stream yesterday. If you didn't, we're gonna do a lot of streams in the future and maybe another giveaway. It was a giveaway Christmas stream yesterday, and we're gonna do one on the New Year's Eve, I think, if we can, or maybe on a day after or on the same weekend at the first weekend of the New Year. Anyway, we got a new update for all of you that you'd like a lot. So we get the maintenance when it's finished. The glitch, the bug for the black screen is done. So greetings, Supreme One. We are glad to announce that the display issue and screen freeze on non-English system has been resolved. Your patience during the resolution process is greatly appreciated. As a token of our gratitude, the following item have been sent via in-game mail, and we got 10 summonings for Arclights. Now, you might say, oh, I want characters, but hey, trust me, Arclights are super important. They are even more valuable than the characters. The characters, one copy of them, and you're gonna farm them easy peasy. But farming the Arclight is super hard. You can't farm Arclights or shards for it. You need to summon for them. And what is a one star or one copy of a character with a 6-star Arclight better than a 6-star character with one copy of an Arclight? Absolutely yes. An Arclight is the one with the highest multiplier on stats that would give you the highest multiplier on percentage of the stats, because when you get to 6 stars, you're gonna get mainly a little bit of percentage stats, but you're gonna get them flat stats, while the Arclight will give you percentages for defense, HP, or attack, or crit rate, or crit damage, whatever it is, or counter rate, depending on the Arclight and the character build, which is the most important one. This is what defines the paying customers or the paying players with the free-to-play ones or the low-spender ones. You have a 6-star, they have a 6-star, they're destroying you. Why is that? We're starting before them, we can't do anything, we have the same lineup, same investment. No, they have 6-star Arclight, which is the more valuable item. So this is why I appreciate the Arclight from them a lot. So mainly we went, and here you're gonna see that with the event we'll be unlocking the new, which with the update, unlocking chapter 19. So you're gonna go and do the story mode on 19 here, as you see, 19 and 20. When you finish 20, you're gonna go and unlock the story at chapter 19, and you're gonna go and claim it all, finish it all. You're gonna get shards for Albedo, shards for Nabe, and continue them, and hopefully we can get them to level 60. I don't know, or 6 stars. Do we get them to 6 stars? I don't think so. How much do we need more? I think one more chapter, I think, or 2 more chapters, and we'll be done with them. Absolutely. So Zaru and Crush Lulu, let's talk about them. Absolutely nice units, good synergies, used in many comps, different ways. I'll be talking about it and explain it. So first of all, we're gonna talk about Zaru. Really easy peasy. We're gonna sneak now. They will not show us his Arclight. We can't go and check the Arclight for him. I'm gonna talk about his first skill, his second skill, passive, and ultimate really quick. But be careful, when his second skill is really good. You can click it, increase your damages, you will not lose your turn, then you can hit with something else. Basically what we do is the combo. We get his second skill and then go and do the ultimate. So let's go and read them. So his first skill, swing the, okay, deals damage equal to 110% of attack. Increase, this is damage, not magical damage, okay? Freeze is not a magical damage. Increase 50% base chance to inflict frozen on the target with frost power state. Now we're gonna say, I'm gonna show you how we get the frost power state. So inflicts a stack of cold. Cold is really nice because it's a debuff that decreases speed and ER by 5%, and it stacks up to 3 times. Upon reaching 3 stacks, the target enters frozen state, so they become frozen. So they can this debuff cannot be purified, so cold will stay on them. And when they get the frozen, they miss their turn. It's like a stun, completely like a stun. So frozen state, we said what is frozen state: a control that immobilizes you, which is stuns you, and reduces your speed by 15% and decreases ER by 15%. Which will allow you not to go on the turn with the combo on the turn meter, which is really, really good. I like this. Immediately, and removes all the stack of cold, and when there are 3 stacks of cold, gets frozen, enter frozen, and removes the stacks of cold. So his passive inherits the power of the ancestral spirit, boost his stats, increase attack by 12%, and the more that you build him, this increase will go more and more, by the way. As you see, it's in at 12% is in orange. It means it increases with his levels. What do we have him at? What level here? They don't say what level. Okay, they don't say what level, but that's what we're talking about. So Reduces a random skill cooldown by 1 if the target is controlled after the skill is used. So when he goes and uses his ultimate, or he freezes you with his first skill, he reduces a cooldown of a random skill, which is absolutely nice, and this will help you a lot. So his second skill gains Frost Power for 2 rounds. Frost Power deals 15% more damage and take 10% less damage. So for 2 rounds, you're gonna get the Frost Power. So you can use your ultimate after that, and you can use the first skill. When you have Frost Power, you might inflict cold and get the target frozen. Really good. So Icy Burst launches a 3-hit attack, each hit dealing damage equal to 48% or 50% of attack. Let's say it's 150% in total, which is really good. An attack that deals 150, but this is a single target. Grants 100% basic chance. It means if you have ER, it will reduce that. To inflict frozen on the primary target after using the skill for 1 round. Inflicts stacks of cold if the target does not have frozen. So if they don't get frozen, they get cold on them. Enters frozen state immediately and removes all stack of colds when it reaches 3. And that's just same. So anytime you're gonna get with any skill that he does, you get cold. When it hits the 3, you get frozen, the stacks of cold get removed, and you're gonna get the minus 15 in speed, just like the accumulation of every stack gives you 5% of minus speed and ER, which is awesome. So when you're frozen, minus 15% speed, minus 15% ER. When you have cold, each stack gives you minus 5%, which accumulates to minus 15 when you get 3 stats and put you on frozen. It means you're gonna get it no matter what at plus 15 or minus 15 in the end for ER and for speed. Grants a 100 basic chance to inflict cold on non-primary targets. So other than the primary target, he will get 100%. So if you build him more on EP, he will go to 120, let's say. If they have ER at 20%, it doesn't matter. It means it becomes a fixed chance. So this is good. Now, they still play him on China for freezing comps and delaying the team, especially against teams that heavy burst kill you and do similar things. And his speed is, I didn't see his speed yet, 158. He's not a speedy character, so he's a slow character. That would not help you in this case. So we need to start with somebody else and then buff him with speed so we can go, or turn meter so we can go and do our deed. Now, Crush Lulu, one of my favorite characters, and we're gonna talk about her passive and everything else. Her passive is amazing, actually. So, Crush Magic Bullet is effective for both enemies and allies. So she can hit her own allies and she can hit the enemies. When hitting her allies, she heals them. So hitting an enemy attacks a single target enemy, dealing magical damage equal to 50% of attack plus 8% of HP. It means you build her on HP. Her heal's not on attack. Immediately when you see anything says plus 8% of defense, 8% of HP, 8% of magical defense, it means this is what you need to build them on. So she builds on HP. Hitting an ally restores single ally's HP by 13%. 13% of their max HP, not of hers. Okay? Her passive inherits the power of ancestral spirits, boosts stats, increase ER by 10% for herself and the team, recovers 15% of max HP before every single action, which is really great for herself. Now, do they say the other one? Okay, so they didn't say it in my video. If you want to check the VODs, yesterday's stream, we did Crush Lulu. With her Arclight, I think, or with her upgrading, her passive has another condition, which is for the first time that a unit or all your allies will gain for the first time or one time per battle and a death immunity, which will allow them to go to 1 HP. Just like Kokaitis, what he does with one single character, she does it for the entire team and she make them survivable. They become indomitable. That's the word that I want to check, but I don't think it's here. So her second skill, Crush grants fortitude to a single ally. Restores HP by 24.5% of Crush max HP. So you build her on max HP. Purify 1 debuff after the restoration. This would see every single character that we're getting that heals or shields, they remove debuffs. So cleansing is not an issue. This is why I said from the start of the game, do not build Lupus. She will not be a future unit. There's another version of Lupus that will come. If you're a fan of her, just build the other unit. Do not build her right now. But hey, we can still reset. You have 3 tokens as free to play that you can get and reset, or you need to go and purchase the $21 one. So after healing grants Lionheart. So what's Lionheart? A buff that increases ER by 25% and immunize control stats for status for why states? Okay, states for 2 rounds or status. So you don't get control. No taunt, no freeze, no stun. And 25% ER, which is effect resistance. It means you will not get burn, bleed, stun, freeze, whatever cold, any kind of debuff, it will be less because of the resistance. After healing, grants crit damage boost. Now this is what I love. Finally, nothing that brings you crit rate, because we can build our characters. Crit rate is the higher multiplier. Whenever you roll on crit rate, it will be higher, like it's 10% to 15%, something like that. The crit damage is what you want to care about. So build all of your character on crit rate. They have already basic high crit damage, and she will buff them with crit damage. It means you can increase your damages here with her healings, which is really, really great. And it's for 2 rounds. The target gains 50% turn meter boost. So when she heals somebody with her second skill, she gives them also 50% turn meter. 50%, that's huge, okay? So her ultimate, middle cure wounds. So heals all allies, that's an AoE. Restores HP by 18% of her max HP. Again, build her on HP. After healing, grants ER boost, which is 45% of ER boost to the targets for 2 rounds. To the target, now, it didn't say targets, and here where I don't understand, because the game keeps giving us a little bit of translation issues. So I don't know if it's for all the targets on the lineup, so everybody will get the ER boost, or for one single character. But if it's for one single character, it's still amazing because it's a 45% boost on ER. So whatever EP they have, they can't taunt you, stun you, or do anything. Even the stun, which is the highest percentage in the game, the stun of Yuri, you can evade it if you have that 45%, which is absolutely crazy to have a 45% ER boost. Gains 20% turn meter boost after using the skill for herself, and this increases by her passive if you upgrade her more and more. If we get it just the same as the Chinese version. Again, her passive has another condition here, which we don't have right now because we're playing against probably a 3-star or a 4-star Crush Lulu. I don't know on what star she does it. So or it's on Arc Light. I'm not 100% sure. Don't take me for, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just giving you the information about her passive, which gives all the allies death immunity, indomitable, for 1 time in battle, I think, or every 5 turns or 10 turns. I don't know what it is, but it will prevent you from death and gets you to 1 HP, and then you can restore and get HP back with her because she's the healer. Now, of course, many people tried to tell me that if they have bleed, they go to low HP, then bleed triggers. No, it does not work like that. It works with shock. So if they go to 1 HP and another unit turn starts, it has shock, and your previous unit that went to 1 HP has shock. Now the shock triggers, now they take damage, they might die. So bleed, burn do not affect that in any way, in my opinion. But I don't know, this is with testing with Cocytus. We checked that in shock, he died actually after his survivability, which he should survive for the entire round, I think. But we're gonna check it, maybe it's a bug or something. But again, it gives you invincibility for 1 round, which is absolutely fantastic. This is about Crush Lulu. We don't know her Arc Light yet here, but I know that she gives survivability. This is about Zaryushu. We don't know anything about his Arc Light so far, but we know that he will get ER or EP increase with his Arc Light. That's what I know. And with his passive skill that is not shown, because it's not all of his passive skill. His passive skill actually have 2 more conditions, which we don't have. This is just a sneak peek, a review for you to understand what's going on. And yeah, you can absolutely destroy this. I'm not gonna do it again. I wanna save my stamina. Yep, I'm becoming cheap on stamina because I will not be buying every single with stamina with diamonds anymore, because I reach above level 100. I'm gonna take it easy a little bit. It does not matter. And yeah, that was it for the video. Let me know about your opinions. If you checked the Chinese version, go check DT Ryu. He's in my Discord. You're gonna check his channel. He does a lot of reviews on the Chinese version. You can go and take the sneak peek from him. Absolutely a legend. I love him so much. He gives us great information, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.